All right, so my little trade recap for the AM session and kind of my daily bias all together because I didn't do a daily bias. And the reason I didn't do a daily bias too was where we're at in the charts is just isn't very great. Overall, we're kind of starting to turn bearish, but we're also not out of the bullish sentiment yet. So we're kind of just in equilibrium, like the halfway point between this just move up. So I'm not super bearish or bullish either way. So I didn't really have much to go off of into the morning besides just certain highs and lows that I could maybe target for eventual trades. So going into the morning, some of the highs and lows I was looking at were this was CE of the 4-hour wick from news. So that was this wick, this high of the 4-hour and 1-hour highs. That was there. Why did it kick me out of replay mode? It's weird. That was further back. 9:30. So I was expecting these to be points of interest. This low here, some lower lows. So I was just kind of looking to see if price was drawing to that, if I could get an entry targeting that, or maybe sweep one of those and then push lower. So going into the morning, this was market open. We kind of just chopped pretty heavily. Just there's nothing in here. There's no trades. There's no buys that you can get. We're in this bigger time frame range here, or not bigger time frame, but we're in this kind of like 1 minute little range consolidation. It's not gonna be very probable. So we just keep doing price, and then we get this sort of sell-off down to here, and we do not take this low. Let me see if ES at the time did. ES never took the low either. So yeah, that never got taken. So we came within this low, which I was kind of expecting after we start getting this price to the downside. But as soon as we start displacing back to the upside like this, just straight green candles, we leave this high or make equal highs pretty much, and then leave this higher high. We end up making this 5-minute fair value gap bullish right here, and I wanted to see some sort of tap to get to this high, but I wasn't just going to go off a tap. I wanted to see some sort of maybe a fair value gap bullish out of it, like a 1 minute, or maybe come in and then inverse. So I went down to the smaller time frame. It took a little bit to get there. We finally get into the 5 minutes. Now I want to see some sort of reaction because I don't want to just, go off the 5 minute and put a big stop. It comes down deeper, so I'm thinking maybe it runs through the fair value gap. But then we created this 2-minute fair value gap to the downside, which gave me a reference point to take a trade. So if this thing gets inversed, this 2-minute gets inversed, then I would be very bullish and expect to long. So we end up going and running higher. We don't completely inverse it, but this kind of bullish sentiment up, holding the way the 5-minute was respecting, and obviously see we run up, but the way this 5-minute candle prints, if I just go back, the way this 5-minute candle came all the way down, filled this imbalance, and then closed back above almost, like it completely filled this. The wicks do the damage, buys tell the story, So we get that type of move. So now I'm very bullish and expecting this to get inversed here. So I entered long pretty much right as I saw that at 34. So pretty much right there, I think I longed. Targeting this high, and then could have targeted this little external high. I got in on one full contract, which is bigger size than normal, but I'm experimenting doing bigger size because I'm just trying to see if maybe I'd take better trades. Risk was about there. And this trade was beautiful because it did not have any hesitation. I ended up taking off my trade at 50.50. So I made 340, 16.5 points, which is not bad, but I wish I would have just held to here. But Again, I was trading one full contract. I don't normally do that, and it would have had one more red candle and then ran straight to there. And then if I was targeting this external high, which was about 30 points, it would have went straight there. So that could have been a 30-point trade, which would have been close to $600, which would have been beautiful, but it's still a good trade. Still made $340 on the day. Happy with that trade and being patient through all this chop, waiting for a quality setup and what I wanted to see. But it's easy when it has no hesitation, just runs. You don't even have to be worried ever of it chopping and your stop loss. So that's really the only thing I saw today. There's really no other trades, for me at least. And I don't expect there to be much until the PM, if there even is something PM. I'm probably going to look to not touch it and be careful tomorrow on Fridays because I normally have bad days on Fridays. So we take this high. I'm not really sure. I think what we're doing now is we're selling off. We're definitely seeing this low. There's just no chance we don't take out this low. I don't, if there's not an entry, you couldn't take it. But I would say if this 5-minute gets filled, I mean, this is bad risk to reward, but you could just straight up get a fill here and target there. I mean, I'm not going to do that because it's like a 1-to-1. It's just not even that good, but I'm so confident that this low gets taken, probably just run straight down to it. Let's see if there was an entry if I was trading. So we take the high here. We don't stop right here, so that it would be kind of whatever. But we run through this imbalance. Let's see if we got something in a 2-minute. We run through this imbalance here. We kind of this thing just goes straight down. So there's no real trade there. But that was my trade. That was what I saw in the morning, and I'm just going to end it here. Keep it short and sweet.